Hey guys, Oni here, and camera is panned at the floor for a reason. Bam! Okay. Last episode I showed you my new terrain, and it is for this game called Beyond the Gates of Antares. I used to be a huge Warhammer fan, loved my Blood Angels army, loved Warhammer 40k, and I drifted away from it after a while. And I came back into gaming recently and I went, you know what? I want to look at something new. Games Workshop's really expensive. I can't afford to shell out that type of money for rulebooks and codexes all over again. And the fluff is great having the old books, but don't have anything else. So I had a look around and I seen something that really took my eye. And I realized and noticed that this game is done by Rick Priestley, who is one of the original writers of Games Workshop's Warhammer 40k. So I knew it had to be good. Now, the game itself is relatively cheap. The boxes are very cheap. What I would normally shell out for one army, a starter box, as in starter box game system with the rule books and everything in it, and a codex for one army, I've spent on all of this. Now, what comes in the main game box? Well, you get the rules, you get 2 starter armies, basically roughly about 500 points of Gar. Now, Gar are a weedy little force that without their battle suits, they're not really much chop. But that's what they used to fight in. And you get roughly 1,000 points of Concord. Now, you might think that this is really outweighed. It's not. The Gar are simply that nasty. So, what you see here is 1,000 points. And then I thought, well, I'd like to expand a little bit. So I decided, what the hell, got my tax back, and I spent about another $500, $600, and I bought all of this. Okay, so in the middle you can see the original game, and I got a Gar starter army, Gar bomber squad, and a special character, Gar High Commander Karg, who is really, really fat and gruesome and has 2 little female slaves that are very scantily dressed. And he roams onto the battlefield on his little vehicle and observes the battle from the rear, basically. And I decided, you know what? I like the look of the Freeborn. I need to do an army of Freeborn. So I bought the starter box. And in the starter box, instead of a transport like it has in the starter army, it came with a tank. So I went, sweet! And that's about 250 points, which makes that army 1250 at the moment. And I thought, I need some fast options. So I went for a C3 Interceptor Command Squad and a C3 Interceptor Squad. So that brings the Concord army up to 1500 points. And with the Freeborn, I decided, okay, we'll get the starter box, but we need to improve it. So I got Magris Feral Squad, some Freeborn Feral Skark squads, and a Freeborn Sky Raider Command Squad, and a couple of skimmers. So I got Freeborn Strike Attack Skimmer, and here's one that's already built. So I got 2 of those, a couple of Nuhu mandarins. And the beautiful thing with when you go and buy anything from Warlord Games, they give out a free squad box. Now, with the free squad boxes, when I got Xylus Horizon, I got these Damari. So basically you get 2 squads in the Damari box, which is really, really awesome. And when I got the rest of my models, I got the Gar Bomber squad as my free squad choice. So all of this is basically the cost of what it would be to buy the Warhammer 40k game box plus an army and codex. Now, with Beyond the Gates of Antares, all their army list books are free and downloadable from Warlord Games. There is none of this, oh, I need a codex. I'm going to spend $50 to 60, maybe even more on a codex. No, not going to do that. All this army lists and fluff, background for them is free, which is great. So Warlord Games has come to the party and said, look, we don't want you to spend obscene amounts on army books. We want you to enjoy the game. So that's all free and downloadable from their website. There is also rulebooks available. Now, the beautiful option with this is you get a hardbacked rulebook. It's thick and meaty, just like the old rulebooks for Warhammer 40k. Really big and thick and meaty. Has a lot of fluff in it. Has all the background, but has everything for just about every army in it. So you've got basic rules of each of the armies in there. I think there's about 6 armies in total at this stage. Now, you have roughly 1,500 points each. 3 armies for $700. And that's Australian dollars. That's not US dollars. And for me, that is value for money. So this is my project for the next couple of months. And that's painting all my models and basing them all to match my volcanic terrain. And I look forward to playing with them. Look forward to future videos, guys. I will do painting and tutorials on how I'm going to do my models. And I'll see you later. Only out.